Hi there, this is Ian Wright, and I'm just going to do a little practice. There's a kind of series of practices I want to kind of talk about, which I'd kind of call restorative practices, which you can do when you're feeling depleted or low energy, which, can often happen in the winter, for example, or if you've been exceptionally busy or stressed or overdoing, which we all do. And it's just a kind of one of a sequence of practices that I've kind of I just adapted myself and worked myself with, actually, which I find kind of helpful. And I thought I'd share this. It's kind of like a meditation practice. It'll probably take about 10 minutes. So sit comfortably and give yourself a little time. And actually, a lot about restorative practice is about giving ourselves just that little bit of quiet time to let our energy return to us and restore ourselves, restore our sense of kind of internal quiet, so that our nervous systems aren't in a state of reaction to the world, which is normal. Every time someone asks something of us or something is asked of us, we put out energy, our work, our interrelationships, our internal thought processes and emotions can be actually some of the most taxing things, I think. But actually, it's like, let's take a break from all of that and have a little quiet moment, really. And I think, anyway, I hope you enjoy this practice. So, first of all, just tune into something that feels quiet or delicate or soft in your breathing. And in a way, it's kind of slowing down your breathing, making it gentle, making it quiet, making it restful almost. And normally, as soon as everything sorts to quieten down, then the kind of key thoughts, feelings, emotions of the day tend to spring into your mind, and that's absolutely fine. So what we do is, for this practice, I think it would be nice to actually look at these thoughts, feelings, emotions, relations, energetic relations between people who you've had contact with throughout the day, or you have thought about, or you felt something emotional around, anything, or any actions you've performed, like, cleaning the car or washing up, anything like that. That's energy. Now, what I want you to do is, and these practices, I think, are all about where we place our attention. So if we place our attention, if we see those thought forms or those emotional entanglements, normal life that everybody, even if you're in a monastery, you have those, possibly not a silent one, but our energy, literally, these thought forms, these emotional forms, and these physical forms, they're all the same thing. They're all forms of energy expression. So what happens is, when we put out energy, we can kind of feel like we've lost it. So we're depleted at the end of the day. So what I want you to do is just, as your breathing quietens down, see these thoughts, feelings, and emotions as energy, and just allow them to return to you. You're not depleting anyone else about it. This is your stuff that you've put out, and allow it to come back into you. It's like this slow tide which has gone out. So your nervous system has expressed itself throughout the day. Say you're doing this in the evening. It's good to do this in the morning as well. And it's like this slow, fluid tide is bringing quietly and it's a very slow rhythm. It's incredibly slow. It comes in very slowly over a period of about a minute, very gently, energy is returning to you. And when it comes into it, it softens, it's nice. This isn't anything negative. This is your energy returning to you. And it's transformed, it's positive. There's nothing negative. Even if you've been upset with someone, if you actually just see that and allow it, and allow that energy to return to you quietly, it's okay. Because by acknowledging it and accepting it, it changes that dynamic. There's something very powerful in just being and allowing that energy to restore itself, and what happens as the slow tide comes and restores yourself, your day to yourself, your energy in, what happens in your body is everything just gets a little quiet and calm and still. And actually it's really nice to perceptively feel like you're held by life. So because we've changed our perception from pushing outward into the world to you're reversing it, you're allowing your energy to come back to you, and also to feel supported by the world on an energetic level. And it's incredibly restorative. If you're a Buddhist, you can picture yourself being held by Buddha, or if you're a Christian, by Christ, being held by that in the heart of Christ. Beautiful. Nothing more. And it's like being held by love. And there's nothing more restorative than being held by life. We don't feel from that place that we have to push out, do anything, just be in that quietness. And in that quietness is a deep stillness. And that stillness that is outside us is us. And just sit in that quiet stillness for as long as you need to, until you feel like you're restored and you're calm and you have a connection with that stillness that's behind everything. I wish you well.